Okay, I want your palms to face each other. Try and keep your back up tall and press your shoulders back. Open the feet a little bit wider. So we're just going to do a hammer curl. Okay, so bringing the weights towards the shoulders, and then we're going to roll down, and then you just curl towards the. We inhale at the bottom, and we exhale and we curl up. Inhale, bend the arms, exhale, we straighten, and then we slowly curl down, keeping the abs in. Inhale, and exhale, slowly we curl up, and then we hammer curl, and we curl down. Inhale, and exhale, slowly up. Squeeze shoulder blades as you bend the arms. Abs are in as you curl down. Inhale. And exhale slowly up. And hammer curl. Last one, we curl down. Inhale. And exhale up. From here, just bend the arms. Bring the feet to the fist distance. Really tighten those abdominals and press your pubic bone forward. We're going to march. So just make sure it's opposite arm and leg. Keeping belly button into the spine, chest through the arms, so your back is up nice and keep marching. And make sure you're breathing. Keep shoulders pressing down. And then we're going to use the arms to press up, opposite arm and leg. Try out a flexed foot. That should activate those quads a little bit more. Keep going, keeping abs in. And then from here, both feet down onto the floor, fist distance apart. And I want your arms here to rugby pose. Keep shoulders pressing down. You're going to lower the arms as low as you can go without rolling the shoulders forward. So it should be about parallel to the mat. And then you lift back up. And then go 2. And for 3. I'm already regretting my choice of weights. Lower, left, keeping those abdominals in, back up nice and tall. And then hold it there so it's parallel, and you're going to squeeze shoulder blades. You're going to take the elbows back, squeezing shoulder blades. Squeeze, squeeze, for 8, for 7, for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you can bring the arms down. If you need to, you can open the legs a little bit wider. And you're going to hinge forward. So try not to have a rounded back here. Still one chest through the arms. And then outline just a little bit in front of your toes. So the head stays, or your neck stays in line with the spine. So from here, you're going to lift the elbows up behind you. And then you're going to lower them down. Elbows are slightly bent and open out to the side. And then we lower. Elbows lift up behind and then to the side. So elbows back, that's a row, and then to the side is a fly. And then we row, and then we fly. Squeeze shoulder blades, and we row, and fly. Making sure you are tightening those abdominals, and fly. And lift those elbows and we fly. Lift elbows and we fly. Now lift elbows, hold it there. Just going to turn to the side a little bit so you guys can see. So elbows stay lifted, you're going to straighten the arms back for a tricep extension. And we straighten back. Making sure you're pressing shoulders down and back. You want those triceps to be working. You don't want to feel those muscles on top of the shoulders working. You don't want to feel the neck working. Just those triceps, keeping abs in. Keep going. We all hate this muscle, so we're going to go for a while. Tighten those abdominals, tuck ribs in. Let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly. Sitting up nice and tall. And I want your palms to face behind you. We're going to come up into a calf raise, lifting our elbows up to the side. Okay. So we lift elbows up, calf raise, and then we lower. Lift up 2, and lower. For 3, squeeze those shoulder blades. 4, come nice and high, point to the tippy toes. For 6, for 7, for 8, little quicker ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. I want you to bring your arms in front, palms facing each other. We open out the arms and we open out the legs. So we open for 1, we return. For 2, try not to lean back as you open. 3, 4. So you want to try and lock that torso. You can use those abdominals. For 6, for 7, and for 8, and return. Now from here, I want you to imagine you skipping rope while you're sitting down. So the arm movement, and then you lift the feet. Okay, imagine you skipping. Abs are in. Shoulders are down and back. Squeezing that belly button into the spine. Concentrate on getting those lower abdominals in. Tighten pelvic floor. And now from here, you can either go back to your marching or little quick breaths. Feel quite silly, especially because your legs can't go faster than the arms. Keep going. Abs are in. And you can slowly release it. Bringing your hands down next to your sides, palms are facing forward. So we bend into a bicep curl, and then bring your palms to face forward as you do a press. And then we go back. For 2, bicep curl, and press up. For 3. For 4. For 5. If you struggle with blood pressure, you don't have to do the press up. For 6. Or do it without the weights. 7. 8. We're going to do 8 more. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, I want you to take your right leg to the front and then the left one a little bit further back. So we're going to swap the legs. While we're doing that, you're going to lift arms up and down. So you can just lift to shoulder height, but if you can, you go above shoulder height. Okay, and we swap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep abs in. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Last thing with these weights, lift out to the side. Shoulders down, small circles forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release it down. Okay, you can get the weights out of the way. Okay, we're still sitting towards the front edge, and I want you to lean back a little bit, and then hands come behind, or they can even hook underneath the chair. So in this position, I want you to shorten the distance between the ribs and the hip bones. So we're tilting pubic bone up, so you're getting a rounded spine, like a capital C shape. Okay. From here, keeping shoulders out of our ears, we're going to lift right leg up. And then we change. So we inhale, exhale, we change 1. Change 2. We tilt that pubic bone so that adds with more. Change 4. We change 5. Change 6. Change 7. Change 8. We speed it up a little bit. We change 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, another 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if that was challenging enough, you can stay with that one. But if you can, we're going to do both legs. So squeezing those knees together, shoulders out of our ears, tilt pubic bone forward, and we're going to lift. 1, and we tap. 2, 3, 4. Round that spine so those abs work more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to go a little faster. We're not going to tap the floor. For 1, 2, 3. Keep torso still. 4. Tilt pubic bone up. 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then slowly place it down. Reaching the arms up, interlace the fingers, place your hands behind your feet. Extend that right leg in front. That leg is straight, that foot is flexed. Keep shoulders pressing down. So from here, we're going to hinge forward from the hips. So we inhale. Exhale, we hinge forward. That should give you a nice hamstring stretch and a calf stretch even in that right leg. And then we're going to slowly come up. And then you're going to lift the right leg up. And then we lower it. Keeping that foot flexed. We inhale. Exhale, we hinge forward. Stretching into that right hamstring. Inhale. Exhale, we return up. Inhale. Exhale, we lift the leg up. And we lower. And we hinge forward for 3. Hold, inhale. Exhale, we return. Inhale. Exhale, we lift the leg up. And we lower. Inhale. Exhale, we hinge forward for 4. Inhale. Exhale, we return. We lift. And lower the leg, inhale, exhale, we come forward for 5. Inhale. Exhale, we return. Inhale, exhale, we lift. And we hinge forward. 6. Inhale. Exhale, we return. Lift. And down. 7. And we up. Lift the leg. And we lower it. And last one down for 8. And up, lift that leg. Now hold it up. Turn the foot out to the side. Chest up tall. We pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we place it down. We extend the left leg, we flex the foot. Inhale. Exhale, we hinge forward. Hold it, inhale. And then exhale, we return. Inhale, exhale, lift left leg up, keeping that foot flexed. Inhale, and we lower. And then we hinge forward for 2. Inhale. Exhale, we return. Tighten those abdominals if you lift the leg up. And we lower. And we hinge forward for 3. Inhale. Exhale, we return. We exhale and we lift the leg. And we lower. Hinging forward. 4. Inhale. Exhale, we return. Inhale. Exhale, lift the leg. And we lower. And we hinge forward. 5. And slow down. Chase through the arms. Shoulders out of your ear. Lift. And lower. And we come forward. 6. And up. Torso still as you lift that leg. And we hinge forward for 7. And return. Lift. And lower. Last one for 8. And that leg, hold it there. Turn foot out to the side. We pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we place it down. Circling the arms around, place your hands onto the hips. Feet are going to be fist distance apart. Use those abdominals. Try to tilt pubic bone forward all the time as you do this. That already should activate those abdominals. So what we're going to do is stand up off the chair. We're going to gently sit back down. Okay, so we inhale. Exhale, we'll come up. 1, squeeze those glutes. Press your hips a little bit forward. And then slowly control it down. Now I want you to concentrate on these knees. I want you to imagine you've got that tennis ball between the knees. So they're not wobbling, they're not falling in, and they're not falling out. So those knees stay in line with the hips, which stay in line with the middle toe. And slowly press up. Press hips forward, squeeze those glutes, and slowly down. And we're coming up for 3, and we lower down. And up, 4, and down. For 5, and lower. For 6, keep abs in, and lower. For 7, and lower. For 8. Now this time, you bend just almost touching the chair, and we come a little bit up, and we come down almost touching the chair. A little bit up, almost touch the chair. A little bit up, those quads should be burning. A little bit up, and lower. Abs are in, so pubic bone a little bit forward. Two more. Last one, and then sit all the way down. Okay, now we're going to do one leg at a time. It is a really difficult exercise, so if you're struggling, just come back to this one. You really want to concentrate on that knee. So you need to really tighten those quads, especially this one here on the inside, to prevent that knee from wobbling. Okay. So I prefer to start standing. So just stand, okay? And then from here, bring your right leg to the front. So it's just hovering off the floor. Just have the foot relaxed. Okay, abs are in. So we're really concentrating on that left leg. Your arms can be out to the side or to the front. You find what's best for you, okay? And then you're going to slowly control it down. And then you slowly control it up. We're just doing 4 on each leg. And we slowly control it down. You can have a look down at that leg, trying your hardest not to let it wobble. And come up. And we slowly coming down for 3. And slowly. And slowly down for 4. And up. Okay, change legs. Really good exercise to do if you're struggling with the knees. Okay, abs are in. And we slowly lower. And we slowly. And slowly lower for 2. And we slowly. And slowly down 3. And slowly up. And last one down. And slowly up. Okay. From here, can we have a water break? Just going to adjust my chair. Yeah, actually, turn mine a little bit. Okay. I'll put yours in my water break. Both arms onto the hands onto the chair for some calf raises. Okay, so first I want those feet to be together. Till pubic bone forward. Tuck ribs in. Tighten those abdominals, tighten the waist. I want your hands to be light on the chair so you're not gripping. And we calf raise all the way up. Keep heels together. And then we slowly lower. And we lift up 2. And lower. Lift up 3. And lower. Lift up 4. And lower. Up for 5. And lower. Reach up 6. And lower. Reach up 7. And lower. Reach up 8. Now we're going to do little quick ones. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. Single leg. Take the right leg. Either just bend it behind you or you can wrap it around the left ankle. Keeping your hips square. We inhale, reach up. And exhale, we lower. Reach up 2. And lower. Reach up 3. And lower. Up 4. And lower. For 5. And lower. For 6. And lower. For 7. Lower. For 8. Little quick ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly down. Change legs. Okay, abs are in and we come up 1 and lower. Reaching up 2 and lower. Shoulders are relaxed. Up 3 and lower. Up 4 and lower. Up 5 and lower. Tighten those abdominals. Up 6 and lower. For 7. Lower. For 8. Little quick ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, this time I want our feet in a V. Let's turn so I can show you guys. Okay, so from here, abs are in. You guys can still have both hands on the bar or on your chair. Tilt pubic bone forward. Again, we calf raise. For 1, and we lower. For 2, and we lower. For 3, and lower. For 4, use those glutes. For 5. For 6, up nice and high, 7. For 8, little quick ones, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way down. Okay, again, single leg, right leg wraps behind, and we calf raise. 1, and lower. For 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, little quick ones, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change legs, making sure that bottom foot is still in that V, and we come up for 1, and we lower, up 2, and lower, for 3, lower, for 4, and lower, for 5, and lower, for 6, tighten those abdominals, 7, 8, little quick ones, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feet back into that V. I'm going to turn so you guys can see. We come up onto a rise, and then we squeeze our heels together. So keeping those heels nice and lifted and keep them squeezing. We're going to slowly bend the legs. As you bend the legs, press your knees behind you. And we slowly control it up. Really squeezing up, squeeze those glutes, squeeze those quads. And we slowly come down. Back stays up nice and tall. Abs are in. Shortening the distance a little bit between ribs and hip bones. And we up. And we slowly down, 3. And we slowly squeeze up. And slowly down for 4. Slowly we squeeze up. And down for 5. Slowly up. Down for 6. Slowly up. Down for 7. Slowly up. Down for 8. Stay there. Pulse down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. Press those knees back. 8. Use those glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now from there, just lift hips side to side. Keeping abs in. So try to get a little pinch in the waist. Those thighs should be burning. If they're not burning, come down lower. Keep going. Feeling the burn in those legs. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way up. And like this. Okay, we're going to go into some lunges. So we're going to alternate. So first we're going to take the right leg back. Make sure you take quite a big step back so that when you bend the back leg down, this front knee doesn't go over the front toe. So you're not leaning forward, you are sitting down. Tilting pubic bone a little bit forward, and then we step together. Left leg this time. Down. And up. Right leg. And up. Relaxing those shoulders. Left. right, left. Keep back up nice and tall. Right, left, right, left. Now right leg hold. Tiny little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Step back with the left. And we pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it up. Okay. Now you're going to step back with the right, and then your left leg's going to do a little lift. Okay. That'll just get those abs working a little bit too. Okay, so step back with the right, we lunge, lift front leg, lift, and then return. Left leg back, lift, and right. Left, right, left. Keep going. If you tilt the pubic bone forward, keeping those abs in, those glutes should work a little bit more. You'll also get more of a stretch into that flexor. Belly button into the spine, shoulders are relaxed. Those legs are working. One more on each side. And return. Okay. I want your feet to be fist distance. Oh, sorry, not fist distance, together. Okay, you can still face your chair. I'm just turning a little so you guys can see. We're going to try to keep your back up as tall as you can. And we're going to do a little squat back. And then we squeeze those hips up. And down. And squeeze. For 3. Squeeze. 4. Squeeze. For 5. For 6. Remember your grip light on your chair. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. 10. We hold it here. Little pulses. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. We stay here. Tuck tailbone underneath you so you're not arching into that lower back. Make sure those ribs are tucked. Belly button to our spines. We calf raise. For 1. Tuck your heels together. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Little quick ones. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. We hold it here. Those knees are squeezing. Those heels are squeezing. Come down a little bit more if you can. Now, little pulses with the legs. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stay there. Now you're going to tilt the pubic bone forward. So we tilt and we release. Tilt. Release. 4. 3. Use that tilt to connect with those abdominals. 4. 5. 6. Thighs should be burning. 7. 8. And again we pulse with the legs. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Last time. Tilt. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And slowly out and release. We open into second. I'll turn to face you. Feet outwards. Or feet pointing to the side. Back stays up tall. Tall pubic bone. Abs are in. And bend those legs. We squeeze up. Bend down for 2. Pressing knees behind you. And squeeze up. Down 3. Squeeze. Down 4. Squeeze. For 5. Squeeze. For 6. And squeeze. For 7. Squeeze. For 8. Stay down. We pulse down. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Knees go back. For 8. Use those roots. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Fold it yogi, calf for 8. Lift both for 8. 7. Staying low. 6. 5. Shoulders down and back. 4. 3. 2. 1. Heels stay lifted. Little pulses. 8. 7. Press knees back. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Again. Press knees back. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Last time we pulse. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Stay there, lower just the right heel. And we're going to change. Inhale, exhale, change 1. Change 2. Change 3. Stay down low. Change 4. Change 5. Change 6. Change 7. Change 8. Return and all the way up. I want you to face your chair and you're going to lean on it. Okay. So back, nice flat angle. So you're not tilting pubic bone up towards the ceiling. You're going to tuck tailbone, tuck ribs. And then I want you to lock your torso like that. Okay. And then I want you to bend the right leg. Making sure you still got that tilt forward, okay? Abs are in. We're going to take that leg out to the side. The foot is flexed. We lift to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Press it back without arching your back. 8. So you want to feel that glute. 7. So glute, not lower back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring them together. So you take it to the side and then back. To the side for 2 and back. To the side for 3 and back. To the side for 4 and back. For 5 and back. For 6 and back. Abs are in. 7 back. For 8 and back. Then we circle. So we take it back. We circle around 1. Circle 2. Circle 3. Circle 4. Reverse the circle. For 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one here. Straighten that right leg behind you. Still torso nice and still. We lift for 1. Feel that glute. 2, 3, 4. The leg you're standing on is also working. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it there. We pause. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one on this side. We bend that leg. Flex that foot. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And place it down. Coming up. You can check your standing leg out. And then other side. So we're leaning forward. Tuck tailbones, tuck ribs, abs in. Bend left leg, flex that foot. The leg you're standing on stays bent. And we lift to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we take it back. 8, 7. Feel that glute. 6, 5. Hamstrings 2, 4, 3, 2, 1. Combine it to the side and back. Tighten those abdominals. 2 and back. 3, back. 4 and back. 5, back. 6 and back. 7 and 8. We circle. Take a leg behind and circle around 1. And circle 2. Circle 3. Circle 4. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We straighten that leg. Making sure you're still tilting the pubic bone, abs are in, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. We bend. Flex that foot. We pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place it down slowly. Okay, from here we're going to go into kicks. So you're not going to face completely to your chair, so face diagonal. So what we're going to do is your outside leg. You're going to kick. Okay. So abs are in, shoulders down and back. Tilting pubic bone forward, your feet start in that little V. Try keep your back as tall as you kick. I don't want arching. Okay. So we kick forward. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to kick to the side. So take that leg behind you in a curtsy. But don't kick so much to the side that you have to lift the hip. So it's okay if your side is a little bit kind of to the front. Abs are in, and 1, 2, point that foot. 3, kneecap facing the ceiling. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you're going to turn and face your chair. The opposite leg kicks back this time. Okay? So we kick it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now take that leg across. I'm just going to so you guys can see. Okay, so my hips are facing forward. I'm crossed and I'm lifting up. Okay, so cross and lift. And you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, we're going to do the other leg. Okay, so we kick to the front. 1, 2, kneecap facing the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take that leg behind you, we kick it to the side. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, facing. We change legs. And we're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it across the body and you kick behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and release. Okay, if your chair has arms, you can do this on your mat, on your tummy. Okay, if you've got a chair like mine, you're going to come over your chair toes down, hands down. Okay. So from here, we're going to lift just the arms up. Try to keep shoulders out of your ears, abs are in. Turn your palms to face each other. And then you're going to reach up. 1, try to lift the upper body a little bit, 2. And we lower it down. We reach up, 2. And we lower. Reach up, 3. And lower. Belly button to your spine, 4. And lower. 4, 5, try to get arms in line with the ears. 4, 6. 4, 7. And 4, 8. Okay, just those legs now. The legs can be open a little bit. Press pubic bone into the chin and tighten that belly button into your spine. We lift legs. 1 and lower. Try to keep those legs straight. Lift. 2 and lower. 4, 3. Pressing pubic bone into the chin so the glutes work a little bit more too. And up. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now keep the legs up. You're going to bend the legs. Flex your feet with your heels squeezing together and your feet in a V. We press those heels up to the ceiling. So first, press pubic bone into the chin, belly button to the spine, and we pulse. 4, 8. 5, 4, 3. We're going to do another set of 8. So 8, 7. Feel that glute. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, hold it. Try and lift a little higher. Pressing pubic bone into the cushion or into the chair. And lower. Straighten the legs down. We're going to lift opposite arm and leg. So we inhale it. Right arm, left leg. And then we exhale, place it down. And change. Left arm, right leg. And place it. Inhale, we reach. Exhale down. Inhale, reach. And slowly. And we reach. And lower. Reach. And lower. Last one on each side. And last one. Okay, we're going to go into full swimming. If you're struggling, come back to this one. Okay, we inhale. We exhale, we reach everything up. Arms and legs. Abs are in and we swim. Inhale for 1. And exhale. Inhale for 2. And exhale. Inhale for 3. And exhale. Inhale for 4. And exhale. Inhale for 5. And exhale. Inhale for 6. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale for 7. And exhale. Last one for 8. And exhale. And release. Okay, from here, you're going to come onto the mat. It's going to move my chair. Okay. And then onto your mat. So what I want, if your legs can go through underneath, but if you've got a bar there, you're going to have to do it without the chair. Okay. So either up on your elbow or you can lie down. Just don't sit in that shoulder. So press away from the floor. Abs are in. And we're going to lift both the legs up. So we lift for 1. And lower. Feel that top oblique. 2. And lower. For 3. And lower. For 4. Try to touch the top of your chin. For 5. For 6. For 7. For 8. Now hold the top leg there. You're going to lower the bottom one and lift it up. Lower 2. Lift. for 3, left, for 4, left, abs are in, 5, left, 6, left, 7, left, for 8, left, and then both legs come down. Now your top leg, I want you to place it on top of the chair. And all we're going to do is lift and lower the hip. Okay, so we're on our elbow. Abs are in. You can reach top arm up to the ceiling. And we're going to lift the hips up. And then from here, lower to hover with the hips. And you press up for 2. Feel that lower oblique work. And lower. And we lift. For 3. Lift. For 4. Lift. For 5. Left, for 6, left, 7, left, for 8, lift and hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down, and we're going to change sides. Okay, so legs to the middle. If you were up on your elbow on the other side, do so again on this side. And press away from the floor. Abs are in. We lift both legs. 1 and 1. For 2. For 3. 4. For 5. For 6. For 7. For 8. Hold the top leg there. So it's pressing up against your chin. Lower bottom leg. And lift. 2. Lift. For 3. Lift. 4. Lift. 5. Lift. 6. Lift. 7. Lift. Last one for 8. And lower both the legs. Top leg rests on top. And then we're going to lift the hips. So reach top arm, long, lift the hips. And we lower to hover. And we press up. Lower 2. Press up. 3. Press up. 4. Lift. 5. Lift. 6. Lift. 7. Lift. 8, lift and hold, 8, I think I'll make 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then all the way down. You're going to come up onto your knees, face your chair. I want you to bring your right leg in front, so take it to the outside of your chair, angle it at about a 45-degree angle, and then you're just going to lean forward. You can slide back leg down a little bit more if you can. Just try to tilt pubic bone forward so you get that left hip flexor to stretch. Hold it there and breathe. And then from here, you're going to lean back, straighten your front leg, flex that foot, and you're going to lower your chest down towards the mat. So then you get into a hamstring stretch. Hold it there. Try to flatten your spine, tailbone pressing behind you to increase the stretch. And then slowly up, we change legs. So taking the left leg to the outside of your chair, angle it at about a 45-degree angle, and then you lean forward. Slide back leg a little bit if you can, and tilt pubic bone forward. Don't let that left knee fall out to the side. Right hip flexor should be stretching. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. And then you're going to lean back, straighten into the front leg, flex the foot, lowering chest down towards the mat. Press elbow behind you to increase that hamstring stretch. Can I just one more time? I want you to change legs. So against the outside, and then just grab the back leg. So tilt pubic bone forward. That should get a nice stretch into that quad. If you can't get there, it's fine. You can leave it down. Breathe. And then last time, change sides. And just grab. Tilting pubic bone forward. Stretching into that quad. And then release it. Coming back onto your knees. Take your knees a little further back. Hands on the chin. And you're just going to lower your chest down towards the floor. Hang the head. Nice stretch into the shoulders. Breathe. And then from there, slowly lower your glutes down towards the heels. Lower the hands down onto the mat. Open the knees wider if you can, and then just stretch forward into child's pose. Hold it there and breathe. And then when you feel ready, you can slowly fill up. Sit up nice and tall. And that's our session for this evening. Thanks for joining.